Good evening, YouTube. My name is James Clark. Of course, I'm the fan managed saying. So yeah. So they've confirmed the 2018 Forbidden Limited list for September that goes into effect on the 17th. Today is the 14th. So yeah, Sunday? No, I think that's Monday actually. 14, 15, 16, 17. Yes, it is Monday. Sorry for racing like that, but brilliant, So I thought, I wanted to just, I've not done anything in a very long time, so I wanted to just, present my ban list and try to elaborate on why I honestly struggle with this channel at times, and partially why I want to go on, and occasionally the reasons why I keep failing to find the willpower to do so. But first, the stuff you're actually here for. The Forbidden Limited list. And cards that are newly banned include Samsara Lotus, Nightmare Goblin, and MX Saber Invoker. Okay, one part of the reason why I've always struggled to maintain the channel is I've always felt a bit disconnected from the competitive scene. I've always struggled to pull off those really crazy combos that, needle fiber, and then you just spam link monsters and stuff, and you just have to get past these completely impressive boards. I don't honestly resent the meta for changing the way it does. I mostly resent myself for not being able to rise up to the challenge. It's doable, and it can be incredibly fun and rewarding, especially when I occasionally pull off those wins. Just got to love it, but yeah. But I feel like I have a decent enough idea of what it looks like. Samsara Lotus. I'm guessing there's some really gimmicky loop that uses Samsara Lotus and that's why it's banned. I'm not entirely sure why. Nightmare Goblin. Okay, now this was designed with extra links in mind. If my intel is correct, and you know me, it almost never is, Goki Extra Link is one of the most powerful decks in the format, and this is a hit aimed directly at it. If you're familiar, Nightmare Goblin, unfamiliar, Nightmare. I prefer Troymare. Nightmare just sounds like I could be referring to a million different things. Troymare sounds more iconic, so yeah, Troymare Goblin has left and right markers and prevents the co-link monsters being targeted. It's one thing that makes the Troymares are actually really good at making those really oppressive boards. Although they're really well protected, although they aren't all that reactive, although things like ABC Dragon Buster can fill in that gap. Yeah. It's clearly designed to make those extra linked boards a lot less brutal, since there's these things like Fire Dragon, which Gokis rely on his second special summon from hand effect combined with their search effects to just loop special summons. I'm just someone who barely understands Goki trying to explain it to you. The basic premise is Troymare Goblin is magic, and that's why they banned him. MX Saber Invoker. Okay, you'll have to tell, if anyone in the comments could tell me what the M in MX Saber Invoker stands for, I'd be most grateful. I'm guessing that MX Saber Invoker turns up in Goki. They're all there for you, so why wouldn't he? I'm not entirely sure what the combo is that kind of drew this thing's attention. I kind of wish there was an article that explained every decision. That would be really nice, actually. Just Konami, we banned this because of this specific combo and we felt it was too oppressive, and it'd be really specific. That'd be amazing, really. Obviously, MX Saber is a card with practically limitless potential, and I could imagine it being banned. It feels right, kinda, even if I don't quite understand a thing about it being banned. Okay, so yeah. Forbidden. Limited. A Assault Core. A Assault Core. A Assault Core features an effect where, if you sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add another Union monster from your graveyard to your hand. This meant that you could add another copy of himself if you had one. And that's one aspect of his design that really irked me. And I feel like they basically limited a Assault Core to basically nullify people taking advantage of that trick. because you can just like loop 1900 beaters, which combined with a decent trap lineup can carry the game if you really know what you're doing. Although most ABC focus on like big Troy Mare fields, which is going to get a lot less consistent with this guy under wraps. Like, if you Solemn Strike ABC Dragon Buster, Assault Called Main's banished. If you get hit by Called by the Grave, which we'll be talking about later, it'll stay banished. Like, this is really a huge hit, actually. So yeah, 1 per deck. Elemental Heroes, Stratos, back from the grave. It's over, everyone. The meme is dead. We've done it. So yeah. Yeah, it's really here. Like, yeah, I never thought they were actually going to do it, but okay. Man, sorry, it's just kind of hilarious. Like, well, Hero Lives is back. Is that one now? So they've probably made a whole bunch of stuff. Like, you can tool this thing out of your deck with Isolde. Like, and the interactions it might have with Shadow Mist, who got introduced after that. Like, there's just so much potential. Like, maybe I could revive that monster slot's gimmick strategy. I love that deck, but it was getting like heroes. Like, fair enough. I'm just like, that's something. Like, you're just thinking about all the things you can do with an Elemental Hero Stratos, and it's just like, joy. Okay, but I might as well carry on. Like, Morphing Jar. If memory serves, they were banned towards the end of the ZL era because of a combo, a really FTK deck revolving around Jackpot 7, where you used the effects of Sheen's Spy or Creature Swap to basically pass on Morphing Jar and Morphing Jar on 2 key opponents. Use the effects of things like Book of Moon and Book of Tide to flip them up and down again and send 3 Jackpot 7 to the graveyard, and because the Morphing Jars when you play side field, they're banished by their effects, and once we are banished, you win the duel, and it was really silly. It really was. But now it's back. I don't see it doing much for the same reason, because it's just super slow. Like, but its effect is probably so much more powerful than, say, Magician Faith, who also doesn't see play despite her immense power, mostly because she's just super slow. But, well, Dark World have a fun new toy to play with. And next, Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. Well, I have a rough idea what the combos involving this card look like, and they are ridiculous. This thing functionally lets you search for any pendulum monster you want, provides a very useful trigger for any of your activate when destroyed effects, and pluses again with a draw. Like, this thing has so much value, it's kind of silly. So, like, I've seen the crazy boards this thing enables. So yeah, limited Cyfram Lord Omega. Like, okay, this is that thing that really stuck out. Like, this is one change that affects me. Like, if you know anything about me in real life, or at least my real dawning habits, I'm a huge zombie fan. Like, Vampires and Dreads, zombie beatdown. I've always been a huge fan of zombies, and I'm hyped as hell for the new structure deck. Even if most of the cards being revealed are kind of mediocre. I should really talk about Glow Up Bloom at some point. And Cyfram Lord Omega being hit to 1 is actually really huge, since a lot of zombie strategies like to abuse Omega's effect to recycle Mizukis, and it's just so powerful because they can just easily send him turn 1 with Solitaire and Unizombie, and just like going. Obviously, more recently that strategy is not quite as reliable, but it's still quite powerful if you back it up. Evil Swarm Axiton Knight. God have mercy on us all. Fair enough, there's actually like Evil Swarm. Sorry, like I can barely take this. Oh God. Okay, like, this will probably do well, but, like, this will probably make it a lot easier to bring down really huge boards, but I just can't help but imagine this thing being I just have really distinct memories of just how silly Extra Night was. Just, like, it was oppressive in and of its own right. Like, it just, like, obviously rank 4 toolboxes are nowhere near the stand every deck as much as they used to. So Evilstorm Extra Knight won't have as many places where he can reliably just be used. But I'm sure people will figure out a place for him. A Hero Lives. Limited to accommodate Stratos because Hero Lives and Stratos is a very combolicious combo. Good. So yeah. Card destruction. You should have been watching me when I was reading out this list to myself, like, card destruction, like, card destruction? Like, wow. Card destruction, like. And I already said that Morphing Jar was a fun toy for Dark Lords to play with. This is like Morphing Jar, but without the negative of being too slow. Although it does have the negative of being a -1, unless you're pairing it up with, like, discard effects that activate while in the graveyard, which a lot of decks kind of do nowadays. So, I feel like card destruction, you'll have no issue finding a place in this game. Sky Striker Mecha Hornet Drones. Unlike, say, Heavy Metal Foes Electromite, where I can't really follow what's going on when people play it, I kind of can heat with Hornet Drones. Since it's just that one card link to play, where it's just like, activate 1, get a token, summon Kagari, get back Hornet Drones, activate Hornet Drones, get another token, summon the link 2. And it's just like, that's actually very quite easy. And surprisingly enough, you can do quite a bit with that. And back into the fray is Super Polymerization. Man, they really want Elemental Heroes to kick some tail feather in this format. Obviously, Shadows, like, and also, I feel like I could probably use that with, what's it called again? Right, they banned Norden, didn't they? Shame for that, eh? Like, I immediately see that Super Polymerization going in a zombie world deck because there's that dragon thing that appeared in 5D's manga that fuses with 2 zombies. I think his name was like Dragon Necro. And you could just use his zombie world to turn everything into zombies. Like, they're making a new zombie world touch deck, so Super Polymerization could be a very good toy for you to play with. Even if the fusion monster does waste space on your extra monster zone. So yeah, we get back Super Polymerization. Goody. Yeah. Semi-limited. Back from 1, Cosmo Dark Destroyer. I haven't seen or heard from Cosmo in a long time. So this feels like it... So bringing Cosmo Dark Destroyer to 2 feels safe. Even if that thing's non-targeting targeting protection. I remember in the heyday, this thing's targeting protection, and the fact that it could replace itself and destroyed felt a little oppressive, and it banished itself to set up more combos. Yeah, this thing... memories when that... Good times. Good times. Called by the Grave. I said I was going to get to this when I talked about ASL Core because, well, ASL Core getting hit by Call of the Grave is pretty much doing like... Call of Grave was designed as a catch-all answer for hand traps, just like, I activate Ash Blossom, I negate it. Although, I guess they found it just all-purposey enough that they found it actionable. So yeah, I don't think I can actually say much else about that. It's a very simple card, actually. Limiter removal, like, man, this card is iconic. Limiter removal. It was like 1, if you're familiar, it doubles the attackable machine monsters, but destroys them during game phase. It was very popular in the old days because it facilitated some really, really high power plays with by empowering like your weaker gadget monsters, but that isn't anywhere near as powerful, especially since decks can get into OTK levels quite easily with huge boards, and using limiter removal in conjunction with these huge boards is not all that helpful because, again, you've already got enough attack points usually, and risking losing them all at the end of a turn is usually not what is usually detrimental. Which means, unlike, say, in the older Gadget days, you can no longer use limiter removal defensively, and offensively, it's a bit gimmicky. And you kind of can't search it either, so it's got some inconsistencies, so I can see semi-limited working. Scapegoat. Obviously, it felt like a hit on this card was a long time coming ever since Link format. Like, Scapegoat just gets better and better and better as the pool of options increases and expands, and the infinite possibilities that you get from just 2 free tokens and 1 turn's setup is pretty much bonkers. Even monsters whose summoning restrictions are designed to restrict tokens can probably be summoned with Scapegoat anyway because of things like Link Spider and Link Karibo. You can just tease them out. Oh yeah, Scapegoat being hit to 2 makes perfect sense. Terraforming. Well, this change suddenly made designing decks around field spells a little more unpleasant. I mean, it makes sense given how omnipresent it is. You could even make a case towards hitting it further if you really wanted to. Though it just makes the lives of anyone designing a deck with a field spell, of which there are many powerful field spells, including Zombie World, to be a little harder. But this seems like this makes sense. So yeah, I think I'll move on to the no longer limited section at Potcliffe Fort Towers. And think, Scout's still limited, so I don't see Cliff Forts doing anything, so this makes sense. In addition, like, Link's just Boral Sword for the win! Just Boral and Towers dies. Discommand. If I'm correct, the errata for Discommander gave him a new condition that he can only reach someone from the graveyard during the turn he was sent there, and his draw 2 cards effect can only be used once a duel, which, yeah, I don't see that being that limit-worthy. Yeah. Discommander, I've honestly personally disliked the erratas myself. 2 existing cards. I mean, it's not an online card game. There's Burial from a Different Dimension. Oh yeah, Burial from a Different Dimension. They hit Cyfram Lord Omega, and Burial from a Different Dimension is, well, far from a replacement, but has some potential for zombie recipes. I can't really think of much else about Burial outside of the perspective of a zombie player. Ring of Destruction is now unlimited because this card is just bad. I used to like it, but I just really don't like these erratas. They just mess with iconic effects. It's all about nostalgia for me. So yeah. That's pretty much the entire ban list. All pretty interesting, like. It's been a fun experience, honestly. I really would like to do this more often, though. I'm not all... Well, I've always been struggling to make this channel anything beyond occasional uploads. Mostly because I kind of, like, don't really like the amateurness of my work. But yeah, if you're familiar with my channel for a very long time, you'll notice that I've had times where I've just, like... What's it called again? My channel. Just a tick. You've had times where I've just burnt out and deleted all my videos. And that's and every time it's usually out of a angerish sense of frustration about just my general rubbish lack of quality in the work. Like, it's just amateurish, I just talk in front of a camera, no edits, because I can't edit, because I'm very bad at computer technology. So, like, me fiddling around trying to get to my channel page generally is something that's going to stay in, like stuttering and stuttering. also stays in, as including every time I have to figure out what I was saying. Just like, and it's very hard knowing that my video making quality is terrible. I have little to no knowledge of making good competitive decks, so I feel like I don't even have that going for me. I think I was going somewhere with this, like, and I just have such a hard time since I'm just like, sorry, like, you can tell this isn't scripted because I would have been kept going, but man, I kind of really don't like, as much as I like my channel and doing my work, I really don't like the end product because I'm just terrible at it. So yeah, I've mostly been compelled to make another attempt at, my most recent attempt at bringing the channel back up again is mostly motivated due to the fact that I've just fallen beneath 100 subscribers. On the plus side, I get to have another celebration when I reach that threshold again. But man, I really was super proud of having 100 subscribers. Like I just managed to get that many people on board with me. Like, just so that there's something about thinking that's profound and kind of makes you want to keep going. Though I've been struggling with this game. Mostly because I can't really play it. Mostly because I have no idea how to buy cards because, well, I'll just flat out say I'm autistic and I have a very hard time going outside on my own, even though I'm 25. And I'm practically incapable. I have a really hard time making YGO Pro work without support and just like... Jack's supposed to be on this, by the way. So yeah, if you're reading this, Jack, if you're watching this video, Jack, please hurry up. Like, oh, Shinobi Necro, I love that card. Oh wait, no, I don't want to delete the deck, sorry. So yeah, I've been struggling to play, between not being able to purchase new cards, having no idea how to set up games with people on my own, and not being able to have access to YGO Pro either. I mean, I know I can try Dueling Book, but I just have a really hard time with the Dueling Network-esques that have manual cards. Like, I get their appeal, but I hate having to argue the rules with people, especially if I'm wrong, because that is always just so embarrassing. So yeah, and not to mention, I've always had this crippling self-doubt that my videos are bad because I have no idea how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively with any degree of talent. And my editing and entertainment value is also quite poor, but I couldn't help but feel compelled to talk about this ban list, and I actually really quite like it. Like, lots of things worth laughing about. Oh my god. Lots of interesting things, I'm just super excited for it, Can't wait to be playing this game again. So yeah, until then, I think I will bid you adieu. I hope that shined light on my life a little bit.